Welcome back to the Fat Stack podcast, more like fat stack of announcements from Marvel at D23 and SDCC. How you doing over there, Phil, the wet blanket?
Okay. The wet blanket.
The wet blanket. He's still a little eepy from his slumber that he just woke up from.
Okay.
Bro was munching on Taco Bell as soon as I walked in here, bro.
I love Taco Bell. I like burritos.
Yeah, we just wanted to take this episode to cover a bunch of things that happened over the last week. We had a bunch of announcements from Marvel at D23, which is the Disney convention, and then something that happened, a couple weeks ago with SDCC and their announcements there. First episode of Lanterns from the DCU dropped this week, and we got some thoughts about that.
Okay, we're going to talk about the X-Men castings. I have my own opinions, but I kind of wanted to hear what you say first.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what you think before I go into what I think.
Okay.
I want to know what you think about the Rogue casting specifically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Dude, people were like up in arms about that.
There has been some controversy around that character. She was in that movie Obsession.
Yeah.
Right? Very popular. Yeah. And then all of a sudden now she's Rogue for the MCU.
Obsession was great, right? $750,000 budget, made $330 million. That's insane.
It is.
Everybody was like, oh, she's going to be in everything now. She's going to be the next big star, and then the next thing that she's in, people are like, I don't like that. But people are going to be, it's the X-Men. The X-Men is one of the three big pillars of Marvel. With the MCU, that's changed it up a little bit, but before the MCU, it was X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. People are, giddy as fuck about Spider-Man because we got Brand New Day, made $2.5 billion past Endgame. But the X-Men, we haven't really had a good X-Men movie since Days of Future Past, in my opinion. Like all the other ones, I don't think are that great. We've gotten a little bit with X-Men 97, but that's about it. So this is like one of the biggest things for X-Men is these new castings. So some people are going to bitch no matter what. We'll have to see. That's the big thing. We'll have to see.
I'm curious because India is a very short person. She's like,
yes.
What, 5'2", 5'3"?
I think so, yeah.
Rogue is supposed to be a pretty, built character in my opinion.
Sure.
She's got super strength. She's a pretty imposing character. First of all, whenever you have a really small character, in my opinion, when they have the character who's, really tiny but also has, super strength, I think it always comes off a little bit weird. It looks awkward because it's such a strange sight to see something so small have so much strength, you know what I mean? And I think that'll look a little weird. And then also she's
discriminatory against small people.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it always looks awkward on screen to me.
Do you have any examples of a small person having super strength that kind of looks weird?
I don't know. It just looks weird. I can't think of something right now.
Speaking of small people, real quick, what if in this new X-Men MCU line they make Wolverine how short he's actually supposed to be from the comics?
Bro's 5'2"?
I don't know exactly how tall he's supposed to be.
Is he 4 foot?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But in Deadpool and Wolverine, we get the small one.
Yeah, he just.
Yeah. What if they do that? Would you like that?
No. Some things in comics I don't think should be adapted to movies.
Sure.
I think that would be very strange to see.
Yeah, they have a very good opportunity here to have Wolverine be a lot more close to the comics. Like Hugh Jackman, perfect, right? That's his own Wolverine. Nobody could do it better. I want something more like X-Men 97, kind of like an older
grumpy little dude.
grumpy old man.
You know what I don't want to see?
What?
Is the relationship between Logan and Jean Grey.
Yeah.
I hate that relationship, and I hate how much we see it on screen. It's really weird to me.
It was really weird. Not weird. It was really prevalent in X3 or X-Men 3: The Last Stand.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I've seen the most.
I mean, they have that in a lot of things.
She was scratching his back, bro. Have you seen X3?
Not in a while.
No? I saw that all the time as a kid, so that movie is drilled into my brain. Bro Jean is scratching his back, and it's healing as she scratches it. That's the scene that
he kills her, right? At the end.
No, this is when they're making out on the in the X chamber or wherever.
Bro,
it's
what?
near where Charles does his thing.
That.
You don't remember that?
No.
No, but they're laying on the table and she's scratching his back.
That's disgusting.
And it's healing as she scratches it.
That's absolutely revolting.
That's the one of the few things that I remember.
So she cheated on Cyclops, or is that?
I don't remember because I haven't seen X1, 2, or 3.
Listen,
since I was 7 years old.
The thing I hate about that relationship is Cyclops and Jean Grey are supposed to be the couple. That's how I always thought of it. Growing up, Cyclops and Jean Grey are the couple, and normally they're teenagers.
Yeah, Cyclops.
Normally they're teenagers in a lot of iterations, and then Logan has this fancy towards Jean Grey. Bro was like 100 and something years old.
Yeah,
like he's an old man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's disgusting.
They would have to do it. They'd have to do it right. Like
they don't have to do it at all.
Yeah. If they did it, they would have to be very careful, because Sadie Sink, even though she's like my age, she looks young. Yeah. Still, like she's like Tom Holland, where she can be in her late 20s and still play like a kid. Because the girl in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, I'm pretty sure
girl was
her older
younger.
Sister is like 16.
Yeah,
actually,
you could tell though.
You could tell.
Like I was like, why do they have a younger person playing her older sister?
I can pretend that I don't know that information.
Pretend.
I can pretend I don't know that information and be like, oh yeah, that's her older sister.
It was noticeable, I think, in the features of the younger girl.
Sure.
And I thought that was a little strange to do that, but it's whatever.
But I didn't mind it. What were you saying? Yeah, Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Rogue Gambit. Those are the two like power couples of X-Men. I really hope we get a good Gambit Rogue too. And also, whenever we get Magneto in there.
I was really hoping it was Adam Driver.
And that's another thing. Adam Driver is going to be in the X-Men movie, just not the role that we all thought he was going to be. But I'll take Dr. Sinister.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting Dr. Sinister first before Magneto, though. Because we've gotten a lot of Magneto, and I'm not saying I don't like Magneto being in this, but I'm really glad we're giving the spotlight to Dr. Sinister, because we haven't really had him in the movies at all, have we?
He's in the 97 show.
But we never had him in live action. And
yeah.
if Adam Driver was to play anybody else, it would definitely be Dr. Sinister. Honestly, I think it's a better choice
casting.
for him to be Dr. Sinister than Magneto. Because there's another casting that I've seen flopped around for Magneto.
About Lee Pace?
Lee Pace, bro. I love listening to that man.
I like Lee Pace.
I could listen to him all day long.
And he looks around the same age as the guy that cast.
He does. He actually looks like he could be a better comic accurate Magneto than Ian McKellen was. Even though Ian McKellen did a good job, Lee Pace could pull it off later. Because I've seen a lot of pictures of him, and I've started reading X-Men, like the original by Stan Lee. Yeah, Lee Pace could pull it off, a comic accurate version of Magneto, a lot better.
I think Lee Pace is a great actor.
Oh,
I think it's funny
actor,
though, because like a lot of people were saying Lee Pace, but I don't think a lot of people know that he's already in the MCU as. Oh
yeah, he's Ronan.
Yeah,
but so is RDJ, and he's playing.
No, I know. I just think it's funny. I think people probably don't know that because of all the makeup. And
You're
stuff.
right. Yes, but they could absolutely pull that off because Ronan was a one-off.
Yeah, they wouldn't need him again, and
no.
They had all the makeup.
They already killed him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we're the Guardians, bitch, and then just evaporated him.
They had the little dance battle.
But
no, what I was saying about Rogue.
Yeah, back to Rogue, yes.
She's a Southern girl.
Yes.
And from what I can tell, I don't know what she's going to do for the character.
I honestly don't know if they're going to go with the Southern accent.
But that's like the
I know.
thing.
But it's funny. The only X-Men that I had any exposure to before watching X-Men 97 was the movies.
And I guess
she doesn't have an accent in that either.
She's like a goth. Is she goth in that?
She's not goth, but she's just like the shy.
She's
like
shy.
Oh, I don't want anybody to. I
didn't like that version though.
I don't either. Now that I've read some X-Men comics and watched the 97 show, love it.
Have you seen that one X-Men show?
Evolutions?
Yes, where she's like goth in that one.
No.
She's got like short hair and stuff.
I know about a lot of the shows, like the old Marvel shows, but I just haven't seen them. I hope they do if they do the big hair and not the accent, I'll be fine with that.
They got to do both.
I know they should, but if I had to choose one, it would be the big bushy hair.
The big bushy hair?
Because I love big bushy hair.
Okay. You think they're going to dye her hair? Like, because her hair is pretty dark, right?
Well, yeah, but that's an easy thing. Or just get a wig.
Shave her bald.
Well, I mean, they have bald caps. They have bald caps that can that can push your hair down pretty well.
The other person I'm kind of interested in, because I haven't really seen him in anything, is Cyclops. Kit Connor.
Yeah, he was really good in that Alex Garland movie, Warfare.
I don't remember like that much about it.
He was the guy with the machine gun. I know there was a lot of them in there because there was the guy from Shogun. Yeah, but he was really good in Warfare. They're like cover me, and he's like in that movie the whole time. One quick thing, Warfare. Genuinely, I've never been more startled in a movie than that movie, because in the movie, like halfway through, they're trying to get everybody out of the house, and the tank blows up. And I was in IMAX. That shit was loud as fuck.
I really don't think that would have scared me.
No, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, because when I got the 4K of it, because I love collecting physical media, I put it in, and I was like, I wanted to go to that scene and see if it was as loud. It wasn't. It was only an IMAX where it was like super, super loud. And also I wasn't expecting it, because they're like super quiet. Because they're like trying to slowly move to the thing. And then it's just like, boom! It scared the fuck out of me. Back to X-Men.
Yes.
Kit Connor.
Yeah.
He's in Heartstopper.
I think he looks good.
When I first saw a picture of him, I was like, imagining the visor on him and his blue and gold suit, I think he would do a great Cyclops.
Do you think they'll go with like the blue and gold?
I hope so. One thing I also hope they do whenever they bring Magneto in is I need a more vibrant costume from him. Because the one from First Class,
give me the bright purple.
Give me the bright purple and the bright red. Give me that, please. And I also hope they do more vibrant X-Men costumes.
I like when they do the vibrant colors, like they did. Like Spider-Man looks so good, like with the brighter blue and brighter red.
Yeah, because they did that in Deadpool 2. Like they have the yellow X-Men costumes.
Like
a
it
little
just
bit.
looks so good. I don't know why they were so scared to like do those costumes.
It's because especially in like the old X-Men movies, like where they have the black leather suits, they were afraid of coming off as like loserish. I think that's what it was because the 2000s were so like everybody has to be so cool and sleek and 2000s-y, and it's it's like when because like the 80s were very vibrant and all like that, and then in the 2000s we have like everything needs to be cool and sleek and gritty and all this stuff, and then now we're back to that. It's like whenever you're a kid, everything's so whimsy and wonderful, and then you're a teenager and you're like, fuck you, mom, and trying to be all cool and stuff, but then when you get to your 20s you go back to how you were as a kid.
I've never been cool or edgy.
Well, yeah, because you've always been a little loser boy.
A loser boy? Okay.
Loser boy.
What was that?
A Soldier Boy song.
Oh, who else do we have?
Maya Boyd as Storm. She hasn't been in anything like big, but she had a debut. She was in the Broadway Merrily We Roll Along. Have you ever seen that? I know you. I don't know why I asked that question. I'm a big musical head, a musical person. I love Merrily We Roll Along, and a bunch of other stuff. But that's cool that she had her like debut, not in movies, but like in the industry on a Broadway show.
What's interesting is how young all these people are.
I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad.
Which I'm assuming will be a setup for like a while.
Because they're mostly teenagers in the comics and all this other stuff.
It's literally a school.
James Marsden was like 30 years old when they did the first X-Men movie.
They were all adults, right?
Yeah.
That made the Jean Grey and like Wolverine thing a little less weird. But at the same time, like she was in a relationship. Like I hate the love triangle.
It's very interesting because I've read a lot of comics that deal with that. Because there was one comic when I was doing like a Marvel reading order where him and Logan and Jean get like blipped away to somewhere else, right? And Cyclops is fighting somebody else. Oh no, it's like this mutant that can touch you, and they get sent somewhere else, and he ends up touching Jean and Logan. But Cyclops is taking care of it. But they're like in this little mirror dimension, and then they have this little thing where he just smooches her, bro.
That's disgusting.
Pulls her in and smooches her.
I hate like when characters are so willing to cheat with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're so willing to break a bond that they've had. Like it makes me so mad. Like in the X-Men 97 show, have you finished?
I watched episode 5 when Genosha gets like clapped.
You've seen that there was 2 different Jean Greys though, right?
Yeah.
Logan is talking to Jean Grey and she's like using his memories, and she tries to kiss him, and Wolverine backs away. Like
no, she kisses him.
Yeah, but he backs away.
Yeah.
Like despite him having feelings for her. Like at least he was like, nah, like you're forgetting yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
You love Cyclops.
You love Cyclops.
Scott Summers. And I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
But I'm still mad at her for trying to kiss Logan. Because like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
Like, I know you're like going through a midlife crisis. Somebody lived your life.
To be fair, yeah, she is like dealing with the fact that she has no idea whether any of her memories are her own.
But it makes me so mad how like in media, like a lot of times they have the characters and they're like so ready to cheat or like just do all those things, bro. It makes me mad.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, just stay loyal to the person that you're with.
Yeah.
Like, the Magneto and stuff.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you haven't got to that part yet.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm
not enjoying X-Men 97 as much as I thought I would. I guess it's just because I don't really care for
Magneto, I
X-Men
think,
all that much.
It's a thing. I'm
pretty
sure.
Is he really? He's not really dead, is he, though? Because they make you think he's dead after episode 5. Because he's like...
Who?
Magneto. Because he's like in the bubble with the mutant kids, and he's like, don't be afraid. And then he gets crushed. And then Gambit gets like skewered.
What does he do after that?
He pulls a Rexplode.
Gambit's so cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
But
you don't sound excited. It was awesome.
But that's what I was saying. Like,
so you saw this stuff with Rogue and Magneto.
Oh yes.
Like she was so willing. Like,
you're right.
I can't touch you. Like let me be with you instead. Bro, I was an old man.
Well, I mean,
that's another old person trying to get with a young person.
That is a little weird. It's just the age difference, I guess. But I understand if you finally found somebody that you can touch after all that time of not being able to touch anybody.
But like
ever.
that line she said, what did she say? She was like,
Don't ask me because I the last episode I watched was a while ago, and I'm not
man,
really
I can't
enjoying
believe you
it
don't
that
like
much.
that show.
It's not that I don't. I'm just like not as into it as I thought I would. Even like the best Jesus Christ episode 5 of the first season where Genosha gets clapped, everybody was like, that's the best episode ever. I'm like, okay.
You're a bot.
Because episode 4, I watched episode 4 and I was like, man, I really don't want to watch any more of this. But everybody was like, that's the worst episode. I was like, okay, well, I'll watch the next one. And everybody says that's the best one. And then I also was like not really that compelled to watch more.
I despise you.
I'm just saying. I'm just not as into it as I thought I would.
Emma Frost.
Samara Weaving.
Yeah, I don't really know nothing about her.
I know her name. I've heard her name all the time. Oh, I've seen her in a couple things. She's been in that movie 3 Billboards. Have you? You haven't seen that because you're not a movie fanatic
Wait,
like I am.
3 Billboards. What's it about?
3 Billboards. It's where the Frances McDormand's daughter gets raped and killed, and
that lady buys the billboards and
she buys the billboards,
I know,
and it's
I've
like,
seen it.
what the hell are you doing, Sheriff?
I've seen
And
it.
it's what
Thank
you
you.
hear with.
I watch movies. Thank you.
I just didn't know the
title.
I didn't expect you to. It's a long title.
It was a sad movie.
It's a long title. No, it's really. I love it.
It's a good movie. It was just like kind of sad. Who else do we have? Xavier, Christopher Abbott.
Yeah, but real quick about Samara Weaving, I'm so glad that we're gonna have a good like Emma Frost, and then Christopher Abbott as Charles Xavier.
He's in a movie called Poor Things.
Yes, he is the cuck.
Which is like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that movie.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yes.
Did you watch it all the way through?
Yes, I watched it all.
Yeah, and for some reason this guy can't watch Nosferatu.
Yeah, but I watched
That movie is so much worse. Poor Things is so much worse than Nosferatu, but he finished that one.
That's because I was watching it with Daniel, and I couldn't just stop watching. I didn't.
So you legit were just like,
okay. First of all, I didn't stop watching Nosferatu because of that. I had to go to work, and then I just never got back to it because I didn't think it was worth it.
what is Christopher Abbott in?
He's in something else. I don't think I saw the other thing though.
He was in Wolfman, that movie that came out last year. He was in a movie It Comes at Night by A24. That was really good. He's in a movie with
Why wasn't he bald, bro?
What?
He wasn't bald.
In what?
He should have walked onto the stage bald.
They'll probably put a bald cap on him.
He should keep the mustache.
What? No. No. When has Charles Xavier ever had a mustache?
He has it.
No.
I just think it'd be funny. A bald cap? No, he's got to shave his head bald.
Well, what if his head doesn't look good bald?
What makes you think it's going to look good in a bald cap?
Because you can shape it a lot better. You can shape a bald cap a lot better than you can somebody's natural head.
But then it has to go over his hair.
Yeah, but then you can shape it.
You think bro wants to do that all the time?
Huh?
No.
If I'm getting paid, what, $1 million for the movie? Absolutely, I would.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much everybody. We have Kit Connors, Indy. What's her last name? Navarrete.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to say it.
Maya Boyd, Kit Connor, Christopher Abbott. And then
It
Adam
seems
Driver.
like a solid list of casting.
I'm really excited. If it's only the 5 of them plus Xavier, then I think that's what it's going to be.
I know who you really want to be in there. Jubilee.
I love Jubilee. Jubilee's my favorite part of X-Men 97, even though I don't really care for that show
She's
all that
actually
much.
so colorful. I like her character a lot.
I love the little firecracker
and
stuff
she's like
she
punk
got.
rock. She's got the glasses.
Yeah,
And stuff.
and I hope they bring her in soon. They probably will because we haven't seen a good Jubilee in the movies.
Do they even have Jubilee?
I don't think so, but I could be
They
wrong.
had, like,
but if she was there, then it would have been in like first class with all of the ones that get murked.
They had what's her name? The girl who could phase through walls.
Kitty Pryde, yeah.
Ooh. What was that?
Kitty Pryde's a touchy subject.
Is it? What do you mean?
Yeah, because there was a comic where a black man called her a mutie, and then she called him the
N-word?
She called him the N-word. Yeah. She was like, "Well, you don't like being called that word. Why do you call me a mutie?" Because they're trying to make mutie like the N-word for mutants. But then people didn't like that because it was like, these are fictional characters, and you're bringing in something very real here that is not equatable.
It's like a good representation of like prejudice and stuff, but like to have that go against
something very real.
Yeah.
They're not even comparable. Even though like the stories of X-Men were great for people who were actually dealing with that in real life, but to equate something like
to
have
have it in there,
something so harsh like that.
Yeah. That's like a little silly.
Definitely, even in
Who wrote that, bro?
Chris Claremont, I think.
What else has he read? That's a strange thing to write.
He is the X-Men writer.
But why would
Claremont?
he do that? That's
I don't know.
silly.
Yeah, Chris Claremont wrote that in 85.
That's a strange decision.
Yeah, even in the 80s, people were like, "Hold up now,
Yo, calm down, bro.
calm down. Like, why are we doing this?"
You said that was like recent stuff. That 85?
What do you mean?
You said there's a lot of controversy around Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
There still is. I mean, but like, it's the same thing with in one of the issues with Hank Pym as Yellow Jacket. He like slaps the fuck out of his wife, and then that issue like garnered a lot of controversy, and then they like shoved him to the side for a lot of the comics.
That's different.
But what I'm equating it to a controversial issue
because like Yellow Jacket being
felt today
has like he's literally like was he schizophrenic? There's something wrong with him. Different.
I haven't read his comics, but I know about that issue and the reason why he hasn't been
so much worse stuff.
He hasn't been as prevalent in the comics.
The whole
because
point of
of
Yellow Jacket is Yellow Jacket like I can't remember
Hank Pym
exactly.
is Yellow Jacket, Giant Man, Ant-Man,
He's
all
Yellow
of those.
Jacket, but it's like after he has something wrong with his brain. Like he goes through like some serious trauma and he becomes different. And, like that's him becoming Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, the only Hank Pym comic I've ever read is the first one from Astonishing Tales of 27, I think.
I know that because of the Avengers show.
But I did read his first ever appearance, and he's the second Marvel hero to ever appear. We have 2 issues of Fantastic Four come out, right, in 1963, and then, or 61. After that, he's in a little short story from an anthology series called Astonishing Tales or Amazing Tales or something like that.
The Amazing Tales.
But I read that, and it's literally him just making the serum to make himself small, and he's like, oh, fuck, the ants are going to get me, and then has to... He like makes a connection with one ant, and then that ant comes back and makes
Anthony, bro.
Has him crawl up the wall to get to the serum to make him big again. And he's like, I'm never doing that again. Can't wait to see the movie. Comes out May 5th, 2028. In that same year, we get Black Panther 3 and Ghost Rider, I think. Or Ghost Rider's 2027? I can't. No, it's 2028. It'd have to be 2028. So those are the few things of the new saga is Black Panther 3, X-Men, and Ghost Rider.
Is that going to be the new Black Panther?
The new guy, yeah. If we're starting over with Secret Wars or like, refocusing or kind of stripping some stuff down with Secret Wars, which we still don't really know what they're doing with Secret Wars, but Black Panther making it through, there's a thing in the comics where Black Panther like steals something from Doom and like tries to fix everything. I haven't read the comic, but I know about it. But he like steals something from Doom when they're on Battle World and like saves everybody, I think, or something like that. So I'm wondering if they're going to do that in Secret Wars, to where he'll be like one of the few people that make it through.
It's like a moment for him to shine, bro.
Yeah, it'll be good though. Although if they are going to do that, it would be kind of weird to label it Black Panther 3 instead of just kind of doing like what they've done already. Is instead of saying Black Panther 2, Black Panther. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. But I'm really excited for that because I do like the new casting. We've got a lot of new castings. We'll have to see about so we have Black Panther 3 with the new casting, Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling. I have to see. I'm still a little skeptical on that.
I'm excited, but I think he's going to do great.
I love Ghost Rider, so I will see it no matter what. It's going to be a great year, 2028.
I'm more excited for
what?
VisionQuest.
VisionQuest.
I think it looks great.
Dude, did not expect to see Ultron. He's no longer a one-off villain anymore. People.
I think that they will use this to bring him back. Like I think that'll be a part of the story.
Probably.
It's like him trying to come back.
But if this is the way to bring him back, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, like at the not even like they don't even have to like focus on it. They could like just do a little thing at the end where it's like he like uploads himself.
And it makes sense that like he's still around because he like uploaded half of his mind into Vision's body before they had to move it in Ultron.
Yeah.
And then killed Cho. So it made people were like, "Oh, well, why is he back? They killed all of them." Well, he's still, it makes sense that he's still in Vision's mind somewhere.
I was like, he has all these people in his brain. Like, I'm wondering if they'll like bring like RDJ, like Stark in there, or like have like Bruce Banner or something like that, like a
in the show for
in his mind, because he's made up of all those different.
That's expensive.
It is, but I think it's interesting.
It's interesting, but it's also expensive.
Man, expensive. They're already in the MCU.
But here's the thing, right? They're already for the show. They're like human avatars only. That's a budget choice.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
it would be less expensive.
I think it'd be cool.
It would be cool
because it's made up of all those different people.
It would be cheaper for them to animate Vision and Ultron for the entire show than it would be for them to get RDJ for whatever they want to do for that show.
Bro, he's already being paid.
RDJ, you have to pay him for everything that you put him in.
Man, bump that, bro.
He's an expensive actor, bro.
How about he just like...
And also, like, if you're bringing... Ultron, you can bring back. Tony Stark, don't do that.
I think it's cool.
But He's already had his
Okay,
ending.
Bruce Banner. I'm saying it's
We've
interesting to think about.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's made up of different people's minds, and to like have those people's like have roles in his brain.
That would be great, but that's like a good comic thing because you can just draw whatever you want. With the shows, it's cool.
I don't care about budget, bro.
But what I'm saying is, it's hard to entertain the idea when you know that that's expensive to do.
I'm not thinking about that at all.
I know
that didn't go through my mind.
I
at
know.
all.
I know it's cool to think about, but I guarantee they're probably going to keep it to because Ultron is the big reveal. We haven't seen him since Ultron.
Peepaw.
Ultron is the big reveal for the show, and that's to get you to go watch it. In my opinion.
What's his name again? The actor?
James Spader.
I love that guy. I was really hoping because I was sad when they had the movie and he was just like done.
A one-off, yeah.
Because like I felt like he was like such a bigger threat.
But yeah, it's nice to know that we have a way to get him back.
Yeah. I think that's what they'll do.
And then we get one of his kids,
Which is interesting.
which is because we got the other one in Agatha All Along, which I haven't seen.
Oh, they did have. I haven't.
They have
seen
one
that.
of their kids because she creates both of them in WandaVision, and then one of them is in Agatha, and then the other one is in this one where he's looking for Vision. I'm really excited to see VisionQuest though. That's the only thing we get before Doomsday, the last thing we get. So
think it looks
maybe
I love.
maybe
Jordan.
we'll see something that pertains to Doomsday. I don't think so because we don't have either Ultron or Vision or anybody from that show in the Doomsday cast. So maybe it just sets up something afterwards.
Probably.
Or we just get Ultron back into the real world.
Which is what I'm hoping for.
I hope so. Comes out in October. So October's a pretty good month because we get a good offering from the DCU and Marvel. We get VisionQuest and Clayface. Clayface. One final thing, one big thing from Marvel is the second Doomsday trailer.
Doomsday.
Because I saw a little bit of it because somebody recorded it
Yeah.
at SDCC, and I watched that, but I didn't see all of it because I was like, I'll just wait for this to come out because I'm like, I don't want to say I'm not that interested in it, but I was like, I don't need to see it right now to get everything from it from this shitty ass video somebody filmed at SDCC. But we finally got it. I saw it as most trailers now. I see them on TikTok first, and then I have to like go to YouTube and watch it.
That's what happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a new trailer?
I'm like, holy crap! So like let me pause this and go to YouTube. But we do see a lot more stuff in this trailer.
Bro, Thor got bullied by Doom, bro.
Bro was like, "You'll be begging for hell long before I grant it," and he's like,
He will boom.
"Hell answers to me, for I am Doom." Cold ass line, bro. And then he just raises the Sentinels up.
He uses magic, right? Maybe
I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I don't know what they're gonna do for the source of his power. But I also haven't read a lot of Doom comics either.
I haven't either. I'm just speculating.
Most of the ones that I have read are from like my readings into the old comics, like the old ones, he's just like a dude in a mask, like Fantastic Four, I'll get you.
Also, it's kind of crazy that Sue is like the smartest man in every room. How you gonna glaze
'cause he's
another
smart,
man?
bro.
How you gonna glaze another man when
he-
your
'cause-
husband is the smartest man?
Because Victor Von Doom was
In the MCU, bro.
was their friend, bro.
Yeah, but that's
Victor
like
Von
crazy.
Doom was their friend. I don't know.
Did you do this, Victor?
Did you do this? I don't know how they're gonna catch us up on everything though, because we only have one. In Doomsday, they have to catch us up on Doom, his origin. They have to catch us up on their relationship to his relationship to the Fantastic Four, because the only thing we have the Fantastic Four before Doomsday is the movie. We have to catch up on them coming to our dimension that we see at the end of Thunderbolts. We have to get Cap back in. We have to do Loki's thing. We have to do the X-Men. We have to do possibly Tobey Maguire stuff. I don't know if that's going to be at the beginning of the movie.
You know,
they have a lot of stuff to cram into Doomsday.
you know, I was interested in when he said something about stolen lives.
Yes, I like that.
I'm wondering what that means.
It
'Cause
means
then
it means Cap going back when
In
he
time.
shouldn't have to have a kid with Peggy. One thing that I heard about that I didn't even think about was in Days of Future Past, Logan saving everybody
Yeah.
from the Sentinels.
You know what I was thinking about?
Because they're technically living stolen lives because they were all supposed to be dead. But Logan went back in time and saved everybody.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they're going after the X-Men, or the X-Men universe is crumbling.
He also like Endgame and stuff.
And
The fact that they went back in time at
yes.
Endgame.
Yeah, well, the Cap thing, I haven't seen Thor Love and Thunder, but Gore using his wish to bring the girl back instead of anything else. She's living a stolen life.
Time travel makes more sense to me, but at the same time,
But it's all like things that shouldn't have happened.
We have Loki stuff. Right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking that it has something to do with the sacred timeline.
Because he's holding it together, isn't he?
He's holding together the sacred timeline, right? And
but he's not. But he's not supposed to.
I haven't seen season 2.
I haven't either.
I mean, I've watched the first half.
I have.
Finished
I've
it.
seen the
But
first season.
The idea that somebody's like has this timeline and they don't allow anything else to happen. I'm wondering if he knows about the TVA and like the fact that they're doing all that stuff, and like maybe he doesn't agree with it. And he was like, "You're protecting your timeline, but like you're eliminating all these other things that could happen." And it probably has something to do with his mother's death too.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. Somebody took his mom away.
So
his
like
family.
maybe she was a variant, and she did something that wasn't supposed to happen, and they took his mom away.
What I think maybe it is maybe he's doing his own thing to bring his mom back. Like in order to bring his mom back, he has to like get rid of all of these other timelines. Maybe, I don't know.
I just think it's all interesting.
They're adapting this and Secret Wars heavily from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars saga, which I was going to tell you about this before Doomsday. We're going to have to read all of that.
I like speculating though. I like coming up.
It is cool coming up with theories.
I don't know.
I don't know how the Fantastic Four are living stolen lives. Maybe they're not, but he just needs Franklin because he's such a powerful being. I think that might be what it is. But yeah, they're all living stolen lives. Bit I think is going to be very important. It'll be a mess for sure because there's so much they have to cram in to one movie, but I still think it's going to be good. And even if it's not, I think Secret Wars.
I'm hoping they have Tobey Maguire in there.
I don't have as much of an attachment to Tobey Spider-Man as a lot of people do. So if they do the thing where the X-Men and Spider-Man are fighting over which world gets to survive.
Well, if that's the case, what was that?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
It has Spider-Man, right? Dude, Spider-Man seen in this area, and then it goes Spider-Man, new site.
Because, this is a good segue to the movies that we have to see before Doomsday. Spider-Man No Way Home is on that list. And who do we see in that? Because some people say, it's because Doctor Strange. Well, okay, Multiverse of Madness is also on that list, and that's after No Way Home. Because at the end of Multiverse of Madness, the lady comes in and is like, we got incursion shit going on, I need your help. And then they go into the thing that she rips into time-space.
Do you think Doctor Strange is going to be in there?
If he is, I saw some people talking about him being on Doom's team. I don't know if he's going to be in Doomsday. I would assume so with all this other stuff, but who knows? But why is Spider-Man No Way Home on there? Who knows? It would be cool. Because then we're like, oh shit. There's only so much speculation you can do with Doomsday with our knowledge of the comics, which is very limited right now.
Little.
But before Doomsday, I'm going to have all of the MCU projects rewatched and all of the non-MCU stuff that is essential. Like I'm going to rewatch all the X-Men movies. Just to rewatch them too.
All of them.
You don't have to, but I'm going to, just not for Doomsday, but just to have watched them.
Suffer through.
I'll suffer through it. There's a lot of MCU stuff I'm going to have to suffer through too. We're going to read all of Jonathan Hickman's stuff to be prepared for Doomsday, and then I'm going to make sure I have all of the MCU stuff watched. It's going to be good. It comes out December 18th.
What comes out? Dune comes out too?
Dune 3 and Doomsday come out the same day. I'm excited for Doomsday. It's going to be great no matter how much of a mess it might be. I'm still going to be kicking my feet in the theater.
I just think Doom is cool.
Doom is really cool. I wish... And I heard a couple other people talking about it. I wish he wasn't the replacement for Kang. I wish he would have had his own good development time, but I'm not mad about getting him now. I'm not mad that we're getting Doom now, but it would have been nice if we had a little more build up to him.
Yeah.
Than just him being the replacement for Doomsday and us co-opting a lot of the build up for the multiverse for Kang. But we'll see.
Now let's get into let's talk about some Green Lantern.
We talked a lot about Marvel. Now it's time to go over to DC and talk about the first episode of Lanterns. Came out at 9 o'clock, and my ass was in the seat at 9 o'clock watching that episode.
I watched it the next day.
Yeah, this guy doesn't care. He doesn't care about... He's a fake fan. He watched it yesterday.
I thought it came out yesterday.
No.
And then I looked at it. I was like, oh, wait. It came out the day before. I really could have watched it Sunday, but...
I really did like it.
I enjoyed it.
One of the biggest complaints, not a lot of green. I understand that there's not a lot of green and people don't like that because it's a Green Lantern show. I agree, but I also like the way they're doing this.
I like the route that they're going.
If it was up to me, the first show, Green Lantern show, would have been something like Supergirl in that deep space era where they're somewhere else.
Yeah.
Focusing on stuff like that. That would have been my ideal first Green Lantern show. This Green Lantern show feels like something they would do after maybe like 8 years of build up.
Yeah.
This feels like a side quest comic to the main line. Right, but this is what we're doing first. But this is kind of in line with what James Gunn is doing of having the universe in medias res, like in the middle. Hal Jordan is already old. and then he's training Jon Stewart. Positives, really love Cal Chandler as Hal Jordan. I love the he's like, you know,
He's
hero
so
that
funny,
everybody. He is a funny guy. I love the suit. In the 60-minute thing in 1996, people were complaining that the suit looked brown and bad in the trailers. I kind of agreed, but I was also like, well, let's see how this looks first. But it turns out that brown suit was just being old.
They don't even have the suit in the first episode.
They do, because in the 60-minute thing, he's wearing it.
Oh, is he?
While he's talking to the
jacket.
60-minute lady. No, it was the Green Lantern suit.
Oh.
You've seen the brown suit, right?
Yeah.
It was
It
that
looked green.
It
wasn't brown.
It was brown. It was
looked dirty.
brown and green and old. But it wasn't a black and green suit. But in the show, back in 96, he's got the green and then the black. So it looks a lot better for a practical suit. I do like the jumping from three different times. They jumped to 2016. And I was like, oh, so this show must be set in 2016. And then at the end, when they jumped to 2026, I was like, oh, fuck. I had an unnecessary, we're going to 2026 now. Which leads me to believe that we might be jumping back and forth
Probably.
between the two. Because a lot of the trailers is Jon Stewart being trained by Hal Jordan.
Yeah, which is all probably going to happen.
But with what happens at the end, makes me think that we're only going to see Hal in these flashbacks. Aaron Pierre, I know you had a little bit of a gripe with him.
I'm not sure how I feel about him yet.
Yeah.
Like, from what I can see, it's kind of like whatever.
He is a very stoic actor, but what I was going to tell you before we started was I think the reason that he is the way he is because of his dad. His dad trained him to be like this stoic, emotionless person because that's what he was going to need to be able to be chosen. Which I do like the fact that his dad was training him to be the next, selected as the next Green Lantern.
I understand
since
that,
a kid.
But I don't think that it's so much like emotionless. It's no fear.
That's what I mean.
Thing.
That's what I mean.
I don't feel like having no fear is going to prevent you from being emotional. Like,
sure.
He has like outbursts. Like, he's
but like
he called his dad at that one point, and he was like, he tried to kill me, bro. Like,
I did like the fact where he's like, well, they can throw tantrums and you can't. So
that I did like.
You have
that
to be.
too.
You have to be like on your. Because he does good in that he's not like his natural stoic self when he's talking to his dad, but he has to be around everybody else because he's the trainee.
I'm saying right now, I'm waiting until we see more, but like,
yes,
at first glance, I don't know if I care for the character.
Well, you better get used to him. Get caring about him because he's going to be the Green Lantern.
I'm hoping he'll become more likable throughout the show, but for right now, it's like it's kind of whatever.
I like the opening where the dad shoots the apple off. And he's like, "Are you afraid?" "No, sir." Training,
which was cool
since a kid.
Because if you looked at the wall,
I didn't see the wall. He's been doing it.
The
since
bullets, it goes all the way down.
up. Yeah.
So he's been doing it as he's gotten older.
Which makes
And I'm curious, like, what his fascination is with his son becoming Green Lantern. Like, maybe he wanted to be a Green Lantern, but like for some reason,
I don't know.
Because like, why is his dad obsessed with him becoming Green Lantern? Because surely that wasn't the kid's like motivation from the get-go. Like maybe his dad wanted to be Green Lantern.
It could just be the classic parent wanting the kid to be something more.
Or maybe he wanted to be Green Lantern and he got told no.
Well, why would they?
Maybe.
Why would he want to be Green Lantern when we have a young Green Lantern already in 1996?
But what if, hear me out, like he was one of the people that got chosen and they asked if he was afraid and he said yes. And then it went to Hal Jordan.
I don't know if
I don't know
if the alien asked anybody else other than Hal.
But what if?
Could be. I don't know. I mean, they changed it.
Because like, why would
they've changed a couple things.
I'm curious as what his motivation is for him becoming.
I don't think it's as deep as you're making it seem.
It's just like random.
Or it could just be the fact that a lot of parents are making their kids try to train to become the next Green Lantern to prepare for the future because he's a kid.
Fine.
We'll see what happens. I think you might be reading too much into it, but we'll see. Of course,
there is no reading too much into it.
I think you're reading.
It's called speculation.
Speculation, sure.
And I like to speculate. Sure. I like to guess what happens.
I'll speculate all over you.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool to see like how his dad trained him to have like no fear. That was because like they were like, no, we're gonna get in trouble, and I'm like, oh no, is it like gonna be like an abusive father kind of thing?
Yeah.
And then he like shot the apple off him.
I mean, it is in a way because he's like shooting apples off his kids' heads.
But the kid is not like beating the kid is what I thought was like going to happen.
I don't know. Some people might see it as something similar.
It is insane to do. Yes,
it is. Insane,
it is crazy. But like it's
like,
not.
What if you miss?
He believes.
Now you're down to 2. Now you're down to 2.
That's the whole no fear factor, bro.
Yeah. Like that, and then we cut to 2016, where he's already being trained by Hal Jordan, who was late and disappeared for 2 weeks, making him a test to be like, "Oh, are you going to get mad that I was gone for 2 weeks?" And then he jumps out of the car, makes
Bro's
Jon Stewart. Yeah, poking him.
trying to get him sick.
I love the bit where he's already been through a couple tests. He tests him by showing up 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, no word. Tests him again by jumping out of the car. The car goes off the cliff. He makes himself bubble wrap. And then the third test is him flying off, and then Aaron Pierre having to go.
He was so mad
through security and flying to Rushville, Nebraska.
He was so mad that he made
That
the
was funny.
bubble wrap. He was like, "Really,
Really?
really?"
Well, I mean, in the moment, it's whatever.
Yeah, but he was
No, I
like,
know, it was
he
funny.
was like expecting something more. He was like, "That's it. Good job. Nice job. Bro made bubble wrap."
And then they go to the school stadium where the kid, some people got shot. The sheriff lady, which she's been in a couple things that I've seen. She was in Nanny McPhee, the first one, and then she was in Train Spotting, saying like, "Stay the hell out of my way."
This is not your jurisdiction.
And then Jon Stewart thinks he's doing what's right, but then she's like, "I already know that, you fucking idiot."
And he's like, "Oh, did I?"
And
mess
then
up?
oh crap, and then he starts running away.
Also, him running looked kind of funny.
Who,
Like
Jon
he's
Stewart?
such a big guy. Like him running, it looked kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And he's wearing like boots too. Like
Yeah.
So like the
Oh,
way
are we talking about the alien or are we talking about Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying the scene kind of looked funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's such a big guy, and like watching him run, and he was wearing like I'm assuming military boots,
Yeah.
and it was like clumping, and when he was running in the gym, it looked really funky. He was like,
But then he outsmarts him and punches him, and then they catch him.
bro, knock them out.
Yeah. And then Aaron Pierre, or Jon Stewart and Hal go to the bar. Hal Jordan takes off the ring, gives it to Jon Stewart to get himself arrested so he can talk to the guy that's in prison because the lady won't let him talk to him. And then there's that lady sitting next to him.
And then Jon Stewart
goes and gets some, bro. Goes and gets some
from
from
a grandma.
She didn't look that old.
She's literally a grandma.
Yes, we see later on.
She's literally a grandma.
But
I thought she looked
the
old.
dad didn't look like a grandpa.
She looked old, bro.
She didn't look that old.
She looked older.
If she was eyeing me, bro, let me walk you to your truck, man.
Let me walk in her truck, man.
That felt a little weird, though. That's the only time where I
strange.
agree with you
that
about
felt out of character.
where I agree with you where it felt a little weird with his character.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it later on. I was like, she was doing that on purpose.
Duh.
It was on purpose.
No, duh.
Shut up.
We see it was on purpose afterwards.
Yeah.
And then the dude, Daniel didn't understand.
Well, at first, because I was like, oh, she slept with his wife and he knows. But then after sitting on it for like 30 seconds, I was like, oh, yeah, she did that on purpose. And
Yeah.
she has something on Jon Stewart, and now the grandpa has something on Hal. The grandpa has $200,000 on Hal,
Yeah.
and then she has that on him.
And
So I was like, how does he know?
He also let him interview, or like,
Yeah, so Hal is just racking up the debt, and then they were like, "Well, it seems like you're in debt too to the chief lady."
Daniel didn't understand when he was like, eating from another man's grill is always good or whatever.
That's because Dan's just like you.
And
approved.
I knew what it meant. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like he knows. And Daniel was like, what? I'm like, you hear what he just said? Like he's talking about his wife, and he was like, oh, bro, I didn't even clock that, bro.
I love the interrogation scene with the guy.
I like how arrogant his character is, Hal Jordan.
Yeah,
I think that's so funny. Like he's just like, I know I'm
this
right.
guy's an alien. Yeah, but then it turns out he's right.
And then that was so funny. He was like, oh, holy shoot, you are an alien.
Yeah. Well, I was like,
Hypothetically.
why is it? What's the point of asking all these questions? Because I was trying to
I knew what he
figure
was
out what he
doing.
was. Yeah, but the thing about knowing specifics but not knowing general things that everybody knows about took me a second to like.
Yeah. Well,
clock
it's like,
that's
why
what
would
he was
he
doing.
ask? Like he's asking questions specifically about Nebraska, and then he's like answering them.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, what was the name of school Harry Potter went to?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Because I was like, well, some people might not know that, but I was like, that's such a general knowledge question. Yes, yeah.
And then he was talking about Obama, and he was like listing off like,
Because I forgot
like, there is
Obama
some-
still would have been president at.
he
at
was
the
like,
time
there
that
is some
this
controversy
happened.
around this and this and this, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, bro. I thought that was
I
pretty
like
cool.
that, and then the guy's whole thing. Also, one real quick thing: the guy blows up, right? But Hal Jordan puts a bubble around him.
And
Why
then
is
he
bro
jumps up.
hugging the bubble?
Okay, so you know how the guy was talking about how he wanted to die. I think it kind of like was something like that. Because like, why else would he jump on the bubble unless he was trying to strengthen it? Like maybe
Maybe it could be.
Because he did say he was like, "When's the last time you charged that thing?"
Yeah.
It's been 48 hours since you've been here.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Do you have your thing with you?"
And then that's where the first episode ends. But then we cut to 2026, and spoiler time if you haven't seen the episode yet, but you should.
You should.
Jon Stewart's going back 10 years later to the same football field and with the chief lady, and they walk up to the same spot that Hal Jordan was sitting in the first time in 2016. but this time with a bullet in his head and no ring.
Can I talk about theories now?
Yeah, I'll say one thing, and then you can rant. My first thought was like, oh, it could just be another Manhunter.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But I also thought, what if, because he doesn't have his ring.
Yeah.
What if Guy Gardner got his ring and not Jon Stewart? That's what I was thinking about. Because you see that he didn't get the ring. But
I didn't
Guy
even think about that.
Because it's like, if, I don't know. I think it'll be.
How?
Because Guy Gardner, that was in 2026.
Yes.
That's why I was asking whether or not, like, what time Superman was in.
I don't know if that's the route they were going to take. Maybe.
But I don't think it is.
Because I don't know.
I just thought it would be cool.
That would be cool, though, if Guy Gardner ended up getting it.
Because is Guy Gardner, like,
but
is
they
his
say in the
sector
show,
Earth?
but they say in the show that Jon Stewart was chosen by the Guardians. So I don't know.
They don't say that.
He does say that.
You say that. You hear that, which is another theory of mine. I don't think that Hal Jordan is a part of the Corps anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Because, first of all...
Even though he has the ring still?
He has the ring still, yes. But you get the hologram, which he hasn't backed up for 10 years. Yeah, it's been 10 years since he backed it up. Which you're supposed to do, like, weekly, right?
Yeah.
And he was like... And then he's like, I'm a trainee. And he was like, we don't train people from our own sector.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
So if he was kicked out...
I'm thinking Jon Stewart might have been an option. They were going to take him away to go train with a different...
I see.
Because there's supposed to be replacements, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want that to happen, so he stayed, and then he stopped because he's like... He doesn't like them. You can tell he doesn't like the Corps.
Yeah.
So there's something that's going on, and I don't think he's, like, associating with them anymore. And that's why he hasn't charged his ring. Because I'm assuming if he charges his ring, they're going to, like...
Yeah. Well, we see in the trailers that eventually they do find the lantern.
But it's like...
That would explain why Guy Gardner is there.
Yeah.
Even though they're not supposed to have two.
I also think it might be, like, a Manhunter.
That's what I thought. Because I was like, well, he doesn't have the ring.
But it's like,
we don't
where
know
would
who
the
has
ring
the
have
ring.
gone? Yeah. Where would the ring have gone?
Yeah.
Because it would have chosen somebody, which is why I was like, maybe it chose Guy Gardner. But I'm wondering if Guy Gardner, if that's his sector, which I'm assuming it is... Whereas Jon Stewart,
because he says that in Superman, he's like, if you're one of those, if you're what they say you are, then you're exactly the kind of threat that the Green Lantern Corps has tasked me to protect.
Which will mean Jon Stewart will probably go to a different sector.
Maybe because we do see some off-world stuff. In the trailers.
So maybe that will be like your off-world like movie or something or show that they'll
hopefully.
do.
Well, he's going to be in Superman. If that is the case, or maybe Guy Gardner gets sent somewhere else, and then Jon Stewart becomes our Green Lantern.
Earth, yeah. What if we had a Green Lantern show, but it's like a different lantern each time?
Because we could get Kilowog.
Yeah.
And then the squirrel. I can't remember his name. It'd be cool if we eventually see some like red lanterns or the one orange lantern or the blues. If we do though, it'd probably be red lanterns first. Or yellow, since Sinestro was a yellow.
It'd be yellow.
Yeah. But yeah, the first episode was pretty good. Back to the thing about people not liking the fact that it's a mystery Western type show instead of being Green Lantern show with a bunch of Green Lantern and space stuff. I am a little bit biased because I am an absolute slut for small town mystery stories, especially in comics.
Yeah. So
I am way more inclined to like this because I love those types of stories, even though it's supposed to be Green Lanterns. And all that stuff. We do get a little bit of the construct, like he does the money thing, and then the bottle cap, the bottle popper. We see a lot more green stuff in Superman, even though Guy Gardner's not in that show that much.
I also think it makes sense not showing so much stuff, because it's like, why are you gonna right off the bat give us what we want? Like, it's a show. We have 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Like, how are you just gonna immediately right off the bat? Because then you gotta top whatever you do.
Your argument only makes sense in the fact for this particular show that we're getting now.
Yeah.
But people would, I'm sure, a lot of people, myself included, would rather have like a Green Lantern Corps show.
Yeah.
Where they're in space doing Green Lantern shit.
I mean, maybe we'll get something later.
Yeah.
I think they're saving it up. Like, I'd rather what they're doing right now makes sense. You're building up the characters. Like you said, we should be more patient.
You're right.
Let them build up the characters.
You're right.
Then we can go out and do all that stuff.
But the only thing is that like executives are not patient. Like movie studio executives and company executives are not patient. If they're taking too long,
they can suck my left toe, bro.
I know they can. They can suck my right one. They'll suck your left and they'll suck my right. But they're the ones with the money and the power.
That's true.
So if James Gunn is taking too long and not making enough money, they're not going to be as patient because they were very patient with the DCEU and that didn't end up working out. So
they still got money from it.
They still got money from it, yes, but not towards the end. They started flopping real hard. The Flash was god awful, and that movie cost a lot.
I just love theorizing. Like, I'm very curious why he hasn't charged his ring. Like, maybe that'll like help them track him or something.
Yeah.
when he goes to see Sinestro in the trailer, is that from 2016?
Yeah.
Or is that from before?
Because he has the old suit on.
I don't know. I'm thinking
We haven't seen enough from him.
I do think he's not in the core, but I think it would be cool if like they were gonna take Jon Stewart's away to go train with a different Lantern and be like his replacement, because they're basically supposed to be replacements.
Yeah, or maybe Guy Gardner becomes the new trainer
For Jon Stewart.
If it turns out in the show that Hal is actually dead and it's not a Manhunter or it's not like one of the aliens.
Yeah, because I'm like, where would the ring have gone unless somebody stole it? But I don't think that's how that works. Because when they die, it summons them, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
That wouldn't make sense.
I don't know where it would have gone, but we'll see. We'll see at 10 o'clock this Sunday.
But no, I'm excited for the second episode.
I am too. I'm excited for X-Men coming out, even though we have about 2 years for that. I'm excited for Doomsday. We have like 4 months left. What was the other one? VisionQuest. We have 2 months for VisionQuest. And then we have 3 days for Lanterns. So I'm really excited for everything that got announced from Disney. They also have a lot.
Coco number 2.
Coco 2. You know about the hairstyle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people dogging on it, but I also see a lot of people being like, yo, my cousin has hair.
Yeah. Zootopia 3, Incredibles 3, Frozen 3, a new Pixar movie called Ghost Market. And then we have Gato, the newest Pixar movie coming out. A lot of stuff, and then the live action Tangled, which my ass will be in the seat at the earliest possible showing. That's the only live action one that I've been excited for ever.
I love that movie.
It's my favorite Disney princess movie.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Not Mulan, bro. What's wrong with Mulan?
I like Tangled more.
You like Tangled more than Mulan?
Yes.
Okay.
Mulan wouldn't even crack my top 5.
What? Mulan's great.
No.
It's such a good movie. You know,
Tangled.
When
Beauty and the Beast. I would honestly take Mulan over. I would honestly take Moana over Mulan.
You take Moana over Mulan?
I think so.
That's actually insane.
Actually, let's look up a little list. Oh, they don't even have. Oh, they do have Rapunzel. Tangled. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and
Little Mermaid.
Beast. I haven't seen The Little Mermaid in such a long time.
I'd probably put Princess and the Frog at 4, and then Moana at 5.
I wouldn't like rank them above the others. Like I have them all in the same spot, but it's like Mulan, Tangled, Beauty and the Beast.
Get hyped for the second episode of Lanterns because I'm anxiously awaiting to see whether Hal Jordan is actually dead or not, and also to see some more Green Lantern shit.
Let's go.
And then I don't know if we have any more castings that are going to be coming out for X-Men. I think that's going to be V5 that they're going to have for the team in the first movie.
Strong.
Which is a good thing, yes. I do think having 5 of them, Storm, Rogue, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Emma Frost, those 5, and then having Xavier and then having Dr. Sinister be the villain. I think that's a good starting point. We don't want to have too many too soon. Hopefully we get, I know D23 already ended, but I think that's probably going to be the big MCU announcements for a while. Unless they have something in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I don't know if they do or not. Which we didn't think there was going to be anything in between Spider-Man and Doomsday, but then VisionQuest came out. They might have something. They have to have. They'll probably have something, whether it's a show or another movie or what. I don't know about any movies.
We'll have
to see.